Hello, 2 games on tonight's match of the day. Arsenal faced Tottenham in the North London derby, followed by in-form Aston Villa's visit to Leeds. Joe Hart and Danny Murphy are revved up and ready to go. So to the Emirates, the league leaders Arsenal looking to get back to winning ways after Sunderland interrupted a run of 10 victories last time out, while Spurs were desperate to keep their unbeaten away form intact.
Hattrick ever in North London derby history.
I know, I just heard, so that tells you about the difficulty and what he's done today. And to be fair, he could have scored 4 or 5, but that's the play that we need to play to. In big games, create those magic moments, those actions that unbalance the team. And I thought his all-around play today was excellent.
Special day for me, my family, and happy to help the team to win today. The players in the team, the ability, the talent, there's so much, and from every angle we're threatening to score goals. So, it's a good day today and a good performance from the team all around, I think.
We can only apologise to the fans for not performing better. I was very, confident that we could be very competitive today, but we weren't. I take always the full responsibility for performances, and the biggest thing, both halves, no matter what, it is we don't play aggressive enough, we don't get close enough, we don't win enough duels, then it doesn't matter what system we play.
Nobody wins a title in November. Clearly it's much too early, but it does feel like you have an incredible momentum.
Yes, we have a really good momentum, but you can see how difficult it is to game every game in the Premier League. You see yesterday's results today and how teams, even when they win, how much they have to suffer. This is a long run. Let's go game by game. Enjoy tonight. Then we have Bayern here, and then we have Chelsea away, so we have a massive week ahead.
This weekend, and so much of the talk ahead of this North London derby was about those names who weren't there, and was this going to give Spurs an opportunity? Well, there was only one name on everyone's lips at the end of it: Eberechi Eze.
He's a joy to watch. He's a beautiful footballer, but I have to say the Arsenal team performance was incredible. They were better than Spurs physically, technically, tactically, and the most worrying thing for Spurs was that Arsenal wanted it more. They really did. They wanted it more, which is unacceptable from Spurs' point of view. But getting back to Eze, I mean, his best performance in an Arsenal shirt. He showed all aspects of his game and his play. He's got this wonderful knack of making the game look easy and finding space so effortlessly. Here, he doesn't even see Rice till late. Still manages to find him with that beautiful little flick and creativity. This is why they brought him in, to unlock defences that sit deep and put numbers behind. Talking about the team performance, Timber there. You need runners when you've got a packed defence. Timber was exceptional today. But Zubamendi there is the central... and every time someone runs past him, he just drops into that little space that's vacated. Great feet on the edge of the box to skip through there and get a little bit of luck with the deflection, but still a good finish. More of the same in the second half. See how he just drops into the space when Rice penetrates. And when he gets the ball, doesn't matter with him, right or left foot. It's elegant, it's composed. There's one thing you have to do if you play for Arteta, and that's defend. They carry nobody. And if you don't do it, you don't play. Now they've got the competition for places and squad depth. And look at this for a turn of pace as well. I mean, Kudus is no slouch. And not only does he get back and help his team, probably doesn't want this back from the keeper, actually, but when he gets it, little bit more composure around the corner, and he was growing all the time. The fans adore him already. When he gets in this position again, just patient, takes his time, picks his spot. He's the type of player now that Arsenal can rely on. He's confident, he's a game changer, he's a wow footballer, that's what I'll call him. I mean, could have had 4 or 5, Arteta's right. And that you can't, whoever you support, you can't help but like him and enjoy his football.
You'd have to have a heart of stone, wouldn't you? And there his stats are speaking for themselves, aren't they? The top English player on that list in terms of goals involvement in 2025. But his story is so inspiring.
Yeah.
Let go by Arsenal at 13 years old, and then finding his way through Millwall, QPR, Crystal Palace, to come back to the club that he left as a kid and do what he did in a North London derby today is just extraordinary.
Well, it is inspirational, like you say. Resilience, self-belief, just complete single-mindedness and wanting to achieve his goals. To play for your boyhood team and score in a game of that size is something that will live with him forever. And he will not be sleeping tonight, trust me, I've been there. It's an amazing feeling. The great thing about this now for him, he's got the fans on side, that's done. He's going to go into the next few games with no fear of anything. He's going to express himself and use his skill and show the world how good he is.
You saw his belief in that tweet that he put out when he was 15, 16 years old. When obviously those around him he felt were doubting him, but he never doubted his innate ability.
Yeah, it takes a lot of self-belief to go through the things that he's been through. But he knows what a talent he is, and he knew he could feel that the whole way through football, and he was just looking to find his place. He certainly looks like he's found it. OK, on to a slightly drier, kind of less glitzy part of the game today, because the second goal, Spurs fans would feel maybe a little bit aggrieved by. It was awarded and was judged not to have contravened the interference. Inconsistently, some might say, over the last few weeks, we've seen different examples of where goals have been overturned or goals have been given, and yet things appear to be similar or the same. Should we remind ourselves of the rule and the examples that we've had lately, Joe? And you can tell us why you think this could be cleared up quite simply. Yeah, last 2 game weeks, it's been front and centre. No getting away from it. We see the law there, 4 different things that you've got to understand when you're looking at an offside, especially from a goalkeeper's point of view. OK, so we've got the first example that we had today, Abrice Eze, Trossard in an offside position. Then we had Van Dijk 2 weeks ago at the Etihad, Robertson in an offside position. And here we have Murillo and Doy at Anfield yesterday. OK, so first example, so Trossard. So this is the one that I think, this is the Vicario's vision. I think this is preventing an opponent from being able to play the ball by clearly obstructing the line of vision. As it leaves his foot, Trossard is in Vicario's line of vision, offside in my opinion. Goal given. City and Manchester, different. It's as it leaves Van Dijk's head, he's not obstructing Donnarumma's view. As we roll it on, Andy Robertson here, look, he's ducking out the way. Does Donnarumma know that? Could be trying to flick it on, making an obvious action which clearly impacts the ability of an opponent to play the ball. Questionable, of course it is. There's holes in it, but if you want to make a case, that's offside. Murillo at Anfield, as it leaves his foot, and as Alisson's looking at the ball, is his vision impaired? No, it's not. But if we roll it on, at some moment, Ndoye, who's in an offside position, is preventing an opponent from being able to play the ball by clearly obstructing the line of vision. Again, goal given, in my opinion, you'd have an argument to rule that out. So for you, it would just be more consistent to say anything that anybody who's obscuring the vision of the goalkeeper in an offside position? I think so. I think that makes it... Well, that's what the rules are, but they've obviously not taken them because 2 of those goals were given. So it makes it very difficult, and we have these continual conversations, but with VAR, the ability as they've got is to slow it down and pause it like I have there, and you can point out why the goal should be ruled out. And a lot of Spurs fans will probably even concede that actually, had the goal been ruled out, they would have gone 1-0 down instead of 2-0 down at half-time, but they were totally overpowered on every area of the pitch today and would hold their hands up and say that they just didn't have the fight they were looking for in that North London derby. Well, yeah, the lack of fight, but it's the lack of creativity in the last couple of games, Arsenal and Chelsea at home. You can see here the XG, top 2, lowest in the last 2 games, and obviously they one at the bottom, 3 out of the worst 8 this season. Yes, you can hide behind Kulusevski, Maddison, Solanke not being there, but the players they've got in that squad are struggling, really struggling to be brave enough to get on the ball, to make things happen. You could argue only Kudus out of all their front players can hold his head up high a little bit and as say, he's created stuff and had a go. There's a lot of fear in that side, probably too much pragmatism. Thomas Frank is obviously new to it. He's working out who he can trust and who he can rely on. The reality is they've got to pick up soon because the level of performances the last couple of games is causing discontent amongst the fans, for sure. On the flip side, Arsenal absolutely flying, 6 points clear at the top of the table in a week where they have Bayern Munich in the Champions League, Chelsea at the end of the week in the league, of course. It's a huge week, could be a massively pivotal week for them. Yeah, of course. And obviously with what's gone on yesterday, that was incredible. Liverpool losing, Man City losing, Arsenal getting at home to Tottenham. Great performance, momentum's good. OK, thank you very much.